Time for your holiday tune-up for your career because many of us get swept away with the list of things to do and all the festivities and all of the traditions and fun and competing priorities. I wanted to make sure we did not lose any more time. There is a reason why in November I had a vision party for clients only. People who are already taking action, already have shared with me some ideas about where they're trying to go. Fine tuning that and getting it ready for your next move was something that a lot of people don't do. So I wanted to mention it to you again. I wanted to help you get some clarity on 4 steps, three, if you want to boil it down to something, a smaller list, 3 steps that many people do not take. And I wanted to give you that clear advantage while it's still prime time for those of us who are already thinking, man, I want to make some moves. I'm not happy where I am. I'm not thrilled about what I've achieved this year. Things haven't really moved the way I wanted to. And I am going to introduce an idea of the type of mindset that's necessary to get all of this going for you strong and fast. So I'm Dr. Tony. I'm your board certified physician, certified executive coach, and I help people actually enjoy their career and their life and their family and all the things that they sacrifice for. That's really what's missing for most of us career women. So I want to introduce some ideas now instead of waiting until, oh man, I let the year get away from me. All right. So the first one is both and thinking. I'm just making that terminology up, and if it already exists, have at it. But I want you to embrace the concept. If you're coming now, checking in with us, tell us where you are in location. I like to see where everybody is watching from. And if you know what it's like to be in the holiday season and you're rushing and you've got lists of things to do and the list seem to grow instead of shrink, tell me that too, because that's basically why I'm here to give you a moment to really start thinking about the bigger picture. The women that are around us, our community of women, is supposed to be people who are elevating us and up leveling us. And I want us to take a moment to realize that what we do in this season matters. In these few weeks, lots of things can get done. So first is both and. So you are both busy and you could be tapped out. You could be completely worn out at this time of year. You can be someone who's grieving family members who have passed on. This holiday season can really kick up those emotions. You can be grieving that and also realizing that the legacy that they laid the pathway for you to build is still number one and important to you. You can have a baby who's sick and has been going through some changes and trying to get her sorted. And she was crying right before I came on here. And still, my other baby, my first baby, if you will, is my brand of sort of excellence. It's super important that we serve our clients and serve our community because that's what drives me in the long run. Kids grow up, they leave the house, but want to make sure that we're making a lasting legacy that we're proud of and that maybe our ancestors helped pay for us. Absolutely, they paid for us. So both and thinking is what it takes to really take this thing to the next level. So number one is, how are you approaching the season? Are you putting things on your list that you don't want to do? Are you being called upon to do things that really aren't high yield for you? Are you showing up at events without a strategy, without a checklist, without a plan for what you need to do while you're there for the company parties and so forth? So I wanted to make sure that you realize that, yes, you're a successful person, and we still know we're not at the pinnacle of our career yet, right? So if you're seeing this now, put pinnacle and tell me that that's where you want to go, because that's really what it's all about. You can be doing well and know that you're not satisfied. Both and. All right. So when we're talking about holiday career moves, some things that people don't do until the new year, the first one I see is just update. Why aren't we up? Let's update our resume. Let's update our CV. Let's update our LinkedIn. I see a lot of clients when they come to me, they don't even have a LinkedIn profile. And I find that interesting because many professionals, people who are in the hiring business, the HR folks, the company recruiters, and independent recruiters, that's where they live. So why wouldn't we want to visit their house for the holidays? We want to do holiday rounds. And one of those holiday rounds is, oh yeah, let me check in with all of my recruiters. Let me check in and let them know what I've been up to. So updating your CV, your resume, your LinkedIn profile is going to be super important in engaging them, because those updates can be published and they can maybe stop by and see what you've been up to. And also old colleagues, old friends might see that update. And you can be sharing some of the things that you've been working on, if it's a project, if you're a thought leader, if you're doing a lot of work. But many of my clients actually are people who are in business accelerators or in very competitive business schools, things of that nature. And the themes are all the same. Business is done with people. So if we're going to go through these holidays, let's go through the holidays with a checklist and communicate with these people who maybe oftentimes are not in a festive mood until this time of year. You understand? So let's go back to the vision. Step 2, what are some of the holiday moves we're not making? Many of us are not making sure that we have a clear vision of what we do want. What is important to you? You guys do come to consults with a list of things that maybe is not on working for you. Hey, this isn't working for me anymore. I'm feeling like I want to make a change. But building that next 10 steps so that 10 years from now, you're doing like some of my clients, which is retiring early and still traveling the world and still have a foundation or still have something else that you're doing that's keeping you busy and satisfied and fulfilled. In order for that to happen, we have to start getting honest with ourselves about what it is that you really want to build and being able to communicate that vision, which is why we want to roll up with that in our heads for conversations we're having with people who we don't see all the time. Holiday time is a great time to connect. It's good for us to have that vision on our mind. Number 3, you need a strategy in order for you to walk in with your checklist of who do you need to talk to? What do we need to be talking about? Part of it is connecting more and being out there more in terms of just being available. Many of us, raise your hand if you're someone who avoids some of the holiday buzz. You're feeling down, you're feeling tired, you've had some long projects, it's been a long year, and you might just want to withdraw. But part of our strategy might be that we have to start doing some strategic connection, fostering relationships. And it's important that we don't just withdraw at this time of year. So if you have been struggling with both and thinking, it's going to be so easy for you to just say, I'll put it off. I'll do it later. But really, many of the connections we're making in this season right now, in this, before the year is over, before the year ends, happens when you do what I'm saying and suggesting for you, because it's worked for so many countless people. And I get messages all the time from clients. Wow, I did those things I didn't want to do. I made it a priority when it seemed like it could be put off. And here I am getting the success and the pay raise and the opportunity and being, people are reaching into my clients' inboxes with opportunities that aren't published. The best way to get a job is not to wait until it's posted, because at that point it might have been open for quite some time. So if you're having trouble with that, just inbox me. Real talk. If you are really kind of stuck, not really sure what the heck you want to do, if you're just kind of thinking, man, I don't even know if I want to be in this typical career, I want to make a transition, I definitely specialize in that. And the breakthrough calls, we're going to work on that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to walk out with a checklist of what we need to be doing with ourselves so that we can make the next right move for you. Very important for you to customize what you're doing. But many times people are just saying, I'll put it off. And then you can't even get an appointment. I'm not going to put a link to my calendar here because the people in my world are already booking calls. I'm looking forward to several this week with folks. Even tonight, I have my group and we will be talking about our moves, and they are showing up. Our success rate is very much linked to motivation, and why we don't take everyone is because everybody's not ready when they come to me. You might come complaining, but you got to get into action right away. And many of our clients, they're working, and our show up rate, our attendance rate is over 90% for our community because it's valuable, because we talk about strategy, because people are sharing vulnerably the things that are working or not working for them, and we are crowdsourcing that information. This is the stuff you're missing. So I'm recommending that if you feel you're missing out on a strategy, you feel like you're missing out on a community of real support, then you need to come and join us. Next week, we are going to be talking, next live stream, we are going to be talking about how to spot a good community. When you have one, that's great, but most of us are struggling to find the right place to land where we can get the kind of support, help, and next moves in the right time frame. So let's talk about community and how they can help or hurt you, and how to kind of red flag the ones that maybe are not the best fit for you right now. It's Dr. Tony. I'm really excited about the idea that you're thinking about the next moves you need to make. You're a major contributor financially to your household, and you're the only one who can make your well-being better. And so much time is spent at work that if we don't take a little bit of time to invest in what does that workplace need to look like, what are my next moves need to look like, we tend to suffer in ways that can kill us softly. Don't want that for you. You deserve a lot better, sis. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Inbox me or my team. We will get you on we'll figure out how to get you on a call before this year rolls over, because we have some very important offers coming that are only going to be good through this season of the next few weeks. All right. Talk soon. Take care. Action, not just vision. Take the next action step, and that would be to inbox me. Talk soon.